Hello everyone, and welcome to Hawthorne Residential Partners 2021 Virtual Leadership Awards. We are so glad you were able to join us. My name is Zach Baranek, and I'll be your host for tonight's celebration. Tonight, we're here to recognize the leaders whose hard work and commitment have made a positive impact on their teams, their residents, and their communities. Before we begin, I'd like to introduce the woman whose leadership, drive, and positivity has steered this company from the very beginning. Please welcome the founding principal and president of Hawthorne Residential Partners, Sam Davenport.
Thank you, Zach. I am so excited to recognize so many top-performing teams and individuals this evening. We had an incredible year in 2021. The company added 33 properties to our portfolio and ended the year at 40,653 units. Our ultimate goal is 50,000 units, and we believe we will achieve this goal in 2023, if not before. Additionally, we have some terrific initiatives that we are working on that we believe will positively benefit each of you in your everyday working environment. I will be communicating more details in the coming weeks. Currently, we are experiencing a historical shortage of housing in most of our markets, which has enabled us to keep our occupancies in the upper 90s on average across our portfolio. We also are experiencing a rise in our operating expenses as a result of the current economic conditions, and we have challenged each of our communities to increase our market rents and our rents at renewal at a much higher level than in recent years. I am very pleased to report that our February renewal increases averaged close to 13%, and most importantly, we have retained almost 60% of our residents. These are outstanding results, and we want to thank each and every one of you. Looking forward, I'm hopeful that this will be our last virtual awards ceremony. We are planning on having our in-person leadership conference next February and are currently working on the location and venue. I cannot wait to see many of you in person at next year's events. But for now, sit back and enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you, Sam. Here to present our first awards of the evening is Hawthorne's Vice President, Kayla Prestwood.
Our shopping report scores are a reflection of our leasing efforts. Teams that have top shopping report scores also tend to have the highest volume of leases. Our first group of awards recognize our top mystery shop performers of 2021. The nominees for highest average audio shopping score are Hawthorne at Oak Ridge, Hawthorne at Mills Gap, Hawthorne at the Glen, and the winner is all three properties with a 99.52% average. Next is the highest average video shopping score. The nominees are Hawthorne at Horsepen Creek, Hawthorne at New Center, Hawthorne at the W, Hawthorne Waterstone, Hawthorne at Leland, and the winner is all five properties with a 99.52% average. Amazing. Social media is an important part of our marketing efforts. It's an opportunity to connect directly with your residents and to share your community's personality. First up is our 2021 Social Media Award. The nominees are Millicent, Maine, Hawthorne at the Meadows, Latitude at the Commons, and the winner is Hawthorne at the Meadows with 1,900 likes. And now on to our Online Reputation Awards. Hawthorne's online reputation is reaching new heights thanks to each of you. Hawthorne ranks number 1 with the highest national average out of all NMHC Top 50 managers. Our December 2021 Aura score was 85.89. That's almost a 4-point increase over last year, and it's well above the current industry average of 62.62. In 2021, residents left over 13,000 reviews, and over 8,000 of them were 5 stars. That's incredible. Thank you all so much for your efforts. Next is the highest average Aura score, and the nominees are Cottages at Knightdale Station, Myrtle Landing, Hawthorne at Weaverville, and the winner is Cottages at Knightdale Station, 97.58%. And now for the most improved Aura score. The nominees are Bristol Park, Landmark Apartments, Four Seasons, and the winner is Four Seasons with a 13-point improvement. And now it's time for our Maintenance and Customer Service Awards. Last year, Hawthorne Managed Communities completed over 193,000 work orders. Thanks to the tireless efforts of our resident services teams, we've been able to maintain a 4.59 satisfaction score across the company for work orders and a 4.52 score for move-ins. Thank you all so much for your hard work and your dedication. Our first award is the highest average satisfaction score for move-ins for apartment communities built pre-1979. And the nominees are Four Seasons, Hawthorne at Wisteria, Yester Oaks, Hawthorne at Bear Creek, and the winner is Hawthorne at Wisteria. And now the highest average satisfaction score for move-ins for apartment communities built 1980 to 1999. The nominees are Autumn Point, Brookfield Apartments, Hawthorne Park South, and the winner is Autumn Point. Next up is the highest average satisfaction score for move-ins from 2000 to 2021. The nominees are Hawthorne at the Glen, Hawthorne Waterstone, Hawthorne at the W, and the winner is Hawthorne at the W. And now, the highest average satisfaction score for work orders pre-1979. The nominees are Hawthorne at Wisteria, Four Seasons, Yester Oaks, and the winner is Hawthorne at Wisteria. Next up, the highest average satisfaction score for work orders from 1980 to 1999. The nominees are Brassfield Park, Autumn Point, Hawthorne Riverside, and the winner is Autumn Point. And the highest average satisfaction score for work orders from 2000 to 2021. The nominees are Hawthorne at Weaverville, the Cottages at Watercress, Hawthorne at the W, and the winner is Hawthorne at Weaverville. Congratulations to all of our winners.
Thank you, Kayla. Next are the Financial Performance Awards. Here again is Sam Davenport.
First up is the lowest resident turnover. The nominees are Autumn Point, Terrace Oaks, Medora at Woodmont, and the winner is Terrace Oaks. And now the lowest controllable expense per unit built pre-1979. The nominees are Hawthorne at Wisteria, Hawthorne at Bear Creek, Hawthorne at Southside, and the winner is Hawthorne at Southside. Next up, the lowest controllable expense per unit built from 1980 to 1999. The nominees are Autumn Point, Hawthorne at New Center, Reserves at Melbourne, and the winner is Autumn Point. And the lowest controllable expense per unit built 2000 to 2021. The nominees are Autumn Winds, The Summit on 401, Retreat at Juban, and the winner is Autumn Winds. And now, the lowest maintenance and make-ready expense per unit built pre-1979. The nominees are Hawthorne at Bear Creek, Hawthorne at Wisteria, Hawthorne Southside, and the winner is Hawthorne Southside. Next up, the lowest maintenance and make-ready expense per unit from 1980 to 1999. The nominees are Ocean Oaks, Waterford Place, Autumn Point, and the winner is Ocean Oaks. And the lowest maintenance and make-ready expense per unit built from 2000 to 2021. The nominees are Hawthorne at the Glen, Hawthorne at the Hall, Landmark Apartments, and the winner is Hawthorne at the Hall. And now for the highest renewal increase, the nominees are Grove at Park Place, The Summit on 401, West Park, and the winner is The Summit on 401. Next up, the highest economic occupancy, and the nominees are Park Village, Legacy at Fire Tower, Hawthorne at the Summit, and the winner is Hawthorne at the Summit. Next, the highest total revenue compared to budget. The nominees are Avenues of Kennesaw, The Summit on 401, Reserves at Melbourne, and the winner is Avenues of Kennesaw. Next up is the highest net controllable income compared to budget. The nominees are Avenues of Kennesaw, The Summit on 401, Reserves at Melbourne, and the winner is Avenues of Kennesaw. And now for the highest year-over-year effective rent growth. The nominees are West Park, The Summit on 401, Waterford, and the winner is The Summit on 401. The highest year-over-year total revenue growth. The nominees are Latitude at the Commons, Reserves at Melbourne, Malabar Lakes, and the winner is Malabar Lakes. And the highest year-over-year net controllable income growth. The nominees are Malabar Lakes, The Harbors, Park Village, and the winner is Malabar Lakes.
Thank you, Sam. And now we turn our focus to Hawthorne's individual awards. The first category is our Live It Awards. This next group of people embody the Live It spirit of leaving others better than they found them, both teammates and residents. They display a servant's heart, and they seize opportunities to provide people with a memorable and exceptional experience. The Live It Awards will include 2 individuals representing Alan Dye's portfolio and 2 representing Meg Peacecheck's portfolio.
I am honored to present this year's Live It Award to an individual who exemplifies Hawthorne's unique Live It culture. She is a gentle spirit with a kind heart who selflessly serves others. She does this through exceptional leadership of her team, her commitment to her residents, and her willingness to take kindness beyond her community. She is trusted and valued by her team as she motivates them to achieve their professional goals. She makes herself readily available to other Hawthorne communities in a variety of ways. Reaching out to a new manager to offer a warm welcome, being the first to offer support to communities that are impacted by traumatizing events, or even brainstorming with a seasoned manager on ways to boost their community and team morale, offering exceptional customer service along the way. She is a person who is admired and cared for deeply by her residents due to her loyalty and commitment to serving her community, while providing top-notch customer service. She has hosted a variety of resident events for her community, including breakfasts, lunches, dinners, holiday markets, pet recognition, food trucks, pictures with the Grinch, letters to Santa, and the list goes on and on. She truly knows every resident by name, including their pets. Furthermore, she led the Live It Committee this year with great passion and dedication, while also being focused on providing a quality community experience to her residents and projecting kindness beyond her community with charity-driven initiatives. She developed ways to give back, which included donating her time and items to local shelters for the homeless, battered women, and pet shelters. She even adopted a nursing home over the holidays, providing personal care items. She is an individual with a huge heart and wears it proudly as she creates a little wow factor for everyone she encounters, truly leaving others better than she found them. I am happy to announce the 2021 Live It Award to Tabitha Sandlin, Community Manager at Hawthorne at Murrayville.
This year's recipient of the Live It Award has continuously and without exception demonstrated her servant's heart. She goes beyond the call of duty with each and every resident that needs her attention. She understands the value of face-to-face conversations and offers her time to ensure residents feel understood. We continue to receive A+ reviews, and most community visits are not left without a resident sharing commentary on the team's commitment to service. She recently organized a Christmas project that ensured a colleague's children received all they wished for during a very difficult time. She also serves her outside community in many ways. We are fortunate to work alongside someone with such a bright light who lives out each day to help others. Please join me in acknowledging Christy Lloyd from Hawthorne Waterside as the recipient of the 2021 Live It Award.
This Live It Award winner ensures that she takes care of her residents each and every day by always going above and beyond. Most recently, she has been the community manager of a brand new lease-up community that experienced several building delivery delays, affecting over 30 move-ins. She quickly jumped into action and started arranging lodging for the displaced residents. Through the relationships that she had built with each future resident, she was successful in not losing a single move-in. She is also a mentor for many community managers, assistant managers, and leasing and Live It specialists. She is always willing to help when and where needed. I would like to proudly recognize Caroline Kreuzberger, Community Manager at Hawthorne at Westport, as our Live It Award winner.
This person has gone above and beyond for her residents by just listening and picking up on how to make other lives better. One example is when she and her team recently heard of a neighbor's beloved dog passing away, so they decided to have a necklace made for the resident. Another time, her team heard it was someone's anniversary, so she had flowers delivered to them. Not only has she truly lived it with her residents, but she has also brought the triad together to form the Live It Committee, which she was a part of in another region. The Live It Committee meets monthly and puts together events on how we can impact the community. Through this committee, HRP has recently adopted a local stream in the Triad area that they maintain. I'm very thankful for her dedication to leave people better than she found them. It is a privilege to announce this year's Live It Award to Caitlin Andrews from Hawthorne at the Meadows.
Next up, the Rising Star Awards. The winners of this award are often someone who is new to their role or the industry, but more importantly, they have made a tremendous impact on their team and their community, and they show exceptional potential to continue growing, learning, and taking on more responsibility. The Rising Star Awards will include 4 individuals representing Alan Dye's portfolio and 4 representing Meg Peacecheck's portfolio.
This resident services supervisor has been with Hawthorne since March of 2019. Our service team had been extremely shorthanded since June of 2021, yet they consistently maintained above a 90% make-ready percentage. In addition, their average satisfaction score for the year was 4.5. Along with our service technician, they installed 90 sets of washers and dryers for the property this year without complaint while maintaining normal day-to-day operations. He routinely assists other properties in his market by troubleshooting HVAC calls, helping with difficult work orders, and interviewing candidates for open service positions. When a sister community had a fire in January, this supervisor was the first to respond. He was there to support the team and took fire watch until 6 a.m. the next morning. He assisted residents to help gather what belongings could be salvaged from their homes. Join me in congratulating Mike Clinton, Resident Services Supervisor from the Trails, as this year's Rising Star Award winner.
This year's recipient has overseen operations at 2 very different communities during her time of being a newly promoted community manager. She operated Grandview with a level of professionalism that was easily identified by leadership, ownership, and residents. She partook in financial meetings with an open mind and was eager to learn. She took every task back to her community and immediately jumped into action to create success. She led her community to financial success compared to budget with a positive net controllable income of $98,000. She then transferred to a newly acquired community with a renovation program in place. She took charge of the renovation program and completed 55 renovations in a 7-month period. This recipient has truly demonstrated talent and dedication, which outwardly shows in her performance. She is a humble leader that cares about the people around her and places them first. Additionally, she has the best attitude and drive and is a pleasure to work alongside. Please join me in acknowledging Angelica Harris Gordon from Hawthorne at the Bend as the recipient of the 2021 Rising Star Award.
This community manager has only been in her current position for 1 year and is already considered one of the top performers in her market. 2021 proved this with an amazing overall performance. 65% renewal conversion with an average of 6% increase, improving her ORA score from 89 to 94 while maintaining an average occupancy of 98% for the year. She improved her total revenue by 12.7% compared to the previous year and had a favorable net controllable income variance of $378,000. She is quick to take on a new task and confronts challenges without fear. When asked to push her rents higher and increase fees, she does not back down and ultimately accomplishes the task laid out before her. She's a sponge, always looking for more to learn. She lives the Live It brand. She is always looking for ways to improve the customer experience with Hawthorne, frequently holding events to bring the community together. Her energy is contagious. When she's around, you can't help but smile and have a great time. All of this while getting the work done successfully. She has always been known to say it's all about the experience. Please join me in congratulating Chelsea Montgomery, Community Manager from Hawthorne at Mirror Lake. Rising Star Award winner.
This individual was hired back in December 2020 as an RST3, and within a few months when the opportunity came, he stepped up to the Resident Services Supervisor role. Since that time, he has helped restaff our service team and has also taken great strides at fixing years of deferred maintenance throughout the community. He also was an integral piece in completing over 40 HUD repairs needed for a refinance at his community in just a 90-day time span. He has a great eye for detail and hustles each and every day to improve the community and leave things better than he found them. He has helped push and develop his RST1 skills and routinely works to find new ways to save money while enhancing our community. It is a great honor to present the Rising Star Award to Roger Johnson of Winslow Park.
Our Rising Star Award winner was promoted to Resident Services Supervisor in early 2021, and he immediately hit the ground running in his new role. He was key in ensuring that his properties successfully completed their lease-up period. He also has worked with developing new team members to provide the same high standard of service that he is committed to providing his residents. In 2021, his vacant electric, make-ready, and maintenance expenses were below budgeted expectations. He and his team also maintained an average Satisfax work order score of 4.89 throughout the year. We are very proud to have this Resident Services Supervisor as part of our team, and I would like to present the Rising Star Award for 2021 to Gabby Gonzalez, Hawthorne Waterstone. This Rising Star joined Hawthorne in December 2019 as an assistant manager. She was quickly promoted to community manager in early 2020. In 2021, she achieved an average occupancy of 97%, resident retention of 68%, and a lease tradeout of 11.91%. She also maintained an aura score of 94%. She is an excellent leader and mentor to her team. Over the past 6 months, she has also been a multi-site community manager overseeing the operations of a new takeover in her region. Please join me in congratulating Connie Luke, Community Manager at Latitude at the Commons, our Rising Star Award winner.
This individual began as an assistant manager with Hawthorne in November of 2020 at a newly acquired community. Within 6 months, she was promoted to community manager, where she has thrived ever since. This community is an older asset and has had many years of deferred maintenance, along with being mismanaged for several years prior to acquisition. The moment HRP took over, we began a heavy interior renovation project, where to date, we have renovated almost a third of the units, with an average increase of $300. This manager was able to raise market rents by over $200, and in some cases as much as $500 in a short amount of time. During 2021, turnover at this community was constant, as managing an older asset can be challenging. At one point, we were without a resident services supervisor and technicians for almost 5 months, and solely relying on temp help or regional support. During this time period, she began scheduling all vendors for turns and renovations, maintaining the ready board, and even taking after-hour emergency calls. Shortly after she was promoted, we experienced a disaster on a Friday evening when a resident left a candle burning. The unit was destroyed shortly after getting the call, but this manager was on site during the whole event and maintained a calm presence for the team and the residents. Delinquency was over 30% at takeover, but she has made it her mission to clean it up. She personally signed up every resident who owed a balance during the start of the pandemic for rental assistance, and she's been successful in obtaining and collecting over $180,000 through the ERAP and social services program. This manager has made her property feel more like a community with her live-it attitude by hosting resident events every single week instead of once a month. Her hard work and dedication have been proven with great resident reviews. Since acquisition, she has helped raise their Aura score by over 10 points. It's been an absolute pleasure to watch her grow over the past year, and we look forward to watching her soar to new heights as she is a true rising star. Please join me in congratulating Kayla Strunk from Madison Woods as our Rising Star Award winner. This person is truly the definition of a rising star. He started as an RST2 at a large and challenging property in 2018. He was then promoted to an RST3 where he showcased his leadership skills. It was soon after that we realized this person was ready for the RSS position and a new challenge. In 2021, he finished his first successful year as a supervisor. He comes to work every day with a smile on his face, and he's always ready for a challenge. And most importantly, he loves to train. His technicians are always bragging about how much they learned from him, which is a huge compliment to him. The property's Aura score is 94%, and the resident services staff has attributed greatly to that high score. The average 2021 move-in satisfact score was 4.6, with a work order score of 4.8. This property has had many challenges, with it being short-staffed and a plethora of capital projects. It is my honor to announce this year's Rising Star Award winner, Nathan Walker at Hawthorne at Maine.
Our next group of awards are the Superstar Awards. A superstar is someone who has served in their role for over a year and has consistently displayed strong performance, leadership, and a willingness to go above and beyond their responsibilities. The Superstar Awards will include 2 individuals representing Alan Dye's portfolio and 2 representing Meg Peacecheck's portfolio.
This community manager joined Hawthorne 2 years ago and leads a team of 11 at a 584-unit community. When she joined the Hawthorne family, her property needed a true leader that could come in, clean up, and right the ship. Within a few months, we could clearly see the positive impact she was making on her team and community. In 2021, she led her team, producing some amazing stats. Occupancy increased to an average of 96%. Net controllable income increased $263,000 over budget, average renewal conversions of 61%, and improved Aura score with a 16-point gain by year end. She knows that she cannot do this alone, and she works extremely hard to give back to her team by baking sweets to share, holding team building activities, or just lending an ear or a shoulder if needed. Her regional manager says that she can always count on this superstar to lend a helping hand to assist her community or a new associate in need without hesitation. This manager is well respected by her team, vendors, and peers in the market. Join me in congratulating Cindy Green, community manager from the Avenues of Inverness, as this year's Superstar Award winner. This resident services supervisor is not afraid to go above and beyond to accomplish the goals of the company and his community. He consistently maintained single-digit work order counts while having the best-looking turns in the region, including managing a full renovation plan in-house. In 2021, this supervisor turned 102 apartments, half of those in a 3-month period. This represents over half of the turns for the year in a very brief window. He consistently receives raving reviews from his residents. The Aura score has remained over 90 and increased to 94 in 2021. 51 Satisfax reviews were received with an average rating of 4.43. He is always looking for ways to improve the community and willing to do whatever is needed to control expenses and make it happen. For example, he took a Saturday to replace all of the breezeway emergency lights, saving the community thousands of dollars on labor for the installation. There is not a task that he is unwilling to do. He is one of the hardest working people I've ever met. Join me in congratulating James Davis, Resident Services Supervisor from 1287 Shoals, as this year's Superstar Award winner.
This Superstar Award winner joined the Hawthorne team in June 2020 as an experienced community manager. Her property immediately went from a stagnant one to one that exceeded expectations in every aspect. The curb appeal has improved, while Satisfact scores went from 4.6 in June 2020 to a perfect 5 in February 2022. With less than 2 years of Hawthorne experience, this person makes it her business to be a great Hawthorne Live-It ambassador. She lends a helping hand to other communities, assists with acquisitions, and trains staff, not just for her own community. She is a great networker as well. She held the secretary position at her local apartment association last year and has helped getting more communities involved. With her leadership, her community thrived in 2021. Income was over budget by 6.2%, almost $208,000. NOI exceeded budget by 11.91%, which was $244,000. Year over year, NOI improved in 2021 by 16.04%. We are truly blessed to have her as a part of our Hawthorne family. Please join me in congratulating Kendra B., Community Manager at Hawthorne at Bear Creek, as our Superstar Award winner.
This Resident Services Supervisor deserves the title of Superstar because he has been the backbone of the Resident Services team in his entire region. The residents at his community love and appreciate him for all of his hard work. His most significant impact was his dedication to getting the community back on its feet after Hurricane Ida hit. At the end of August, a Category 4 hurricane that became the second most damaging hurricane to make landfall in Louisiana crossed its path over his community. As soon as it was safe to report to work, he was quickly on site taking care of the residents' concerns and mitigating any problems that he could address quickly. Because of his knowledge and efforts, he completed many in-house repairs to be sure to provide his residents with the best experience. Please join me in congratulating this year's winner of the Superstar Award, Ray Crapple, Retreat at Jubin.
And now for our final awards of the evening, beginning with the Unsung Hero Award, Sam Davenport.
He has been a great asset to the Hawthorne family since joining us in 2018. Each day, he brings a high level of contagious enthusiasm day in and out. He brings over 18 years of experience in construction, commercial facility repairs, operations, and capital projects to his portfolio of 33 properties, stretching from the Triangle to the coast. He is highly dependable and is never afraid to jump in and assist the resident services teams, whether it is for a hurricane, fire, or flood. No matter the situation, he is always there and willing to assist at a moment's notice. He is an excellent communicator who is able to explain the issues in detail via email, phone call, or in person, no matter the complexities of the project. Additionally, he always remains even-keeled, especially under pressure. He leads with both his heart and mind and has earned the respect of his peers and co-workers with his calm demeanor and leadership. He is a quiet producer, shying away from recognition, but is a very strong contributor within the company. Please join me in recognizing and congratulating this year's Unsung Hero recipient, Ryan Wilson, Regional Service Director based in Raleigh, North Carolina. And now I'll be presenting the Regional Manager of the Year Award. This award goes to a person who lives our values, builds relationships, and is driven by the success of her teams. Joining Hawthorne as a community manager, this person created success at each community that she worked at by building teams and delivering exceptional results. Although she was never overly vocal about her desire to advance, her leadership team recognized her unique potential. This person is dedicated to empowering and growing the individuals that make up her team. In keeping with Hawthorne's mission of an OR score higher than 90, this person's team has delivered an average OR score of 93. While her teams were busy delivering exceptional service, they quickly seized the opportunity to increase revenue. This regional manager's team was able to achieve both the highest effective rent growth and the highest average renewal increase for the entire company. Effective rent growth was 14.48%, and the average renewal increase was 14.46%, while retaining over 60% of their residents. These results were not achieved by a seasoned team, as half of the community managers were internal promotions that successfully career pathed. These managers believed in the direction of their leader and delivered unbelievable results. This leadership quote summarizes this person's innate ability. A true leader has the confidence to stand alone, the courage to make tough decisions, and the compassion to listen to the needs of others. It's with great pleasure that we award the winner of the Regional Manager of the Year to Christina Walker.
Thank you, Sam, and a special congratulations to Ryan and Christina. Well, that concludes this year's Leadership Awards celebration. Congratulations to all of our winners. Thanks to your leadership and dedication to leaving others better than you found them, we are confident that Hawthorne's growth and success will continue. And we cannot wait to see you all in person next year at our 2023 Leadership Conference. But until then, keep soaring high and keep living it. Good night.